This marks the third time that Christian Miracle has rescinded a WWE event, the other being Royal Rumble 2015, which he uploaded earlier this year, and WrestleMania 31, which was a long time ago, not long after his original sin of WrestleMania 31. And remembering those original videos, they were a lot more different compared to current Christian Miracle. And me reacting to this video in particular is me just witnessing what he's going to react to, with him having a different point of view than what he has back then. So this is my reaction of Christian Miracle's Everything Wrong with WWE SummerSlam 2015. A love letter to all my fans.
Weird to think about, but in 2015, WWE decided to make SummerSlam a 4-hour event. Fast forward 10 years later, WWE decides to make SummerSlam a 2-night event.
Yeah.
Welcome to the first 4-hour SummerSlam.
I mean, back then it was really weird, with, not really weird, but somewhat awesome for SummerSlam to be a 4-hour event, but the more the shows are getting bigger, you have to take different routes to make it work.
And what you're gonna see tonight?
What chance? Drink the damn Mountain Dew. I don't care if it's a 4-hour show, I still demand that you drink it.
Remember that match you fought Taker Hell in a Cell?
It was 17 years ago, John!
Mick Foley would be great at Cinema
Yeah.
expansion, but I also don't like Jon Stewart not hiding his laughter. He's really not trained for these things. Previously,
I still don't even
WWE,
understand why they have him
back
here
to do
other
this
than
event after all these years
screwing
really brings out my classic
John
catchphrases.
Cena.
This is awesome to revisit.
Let me explain something.
Sorry, Sheamus, but the match has begun, so we don't have time for you to start monologuing and turning your back on Randy Orton. Chop, chop, fella. Damn, not even 15 minutes in, and already someone is smoking pot in the arena.
Again.
Must have invited Rob Van Dam to help celebrate the momentous occasion of SummerSlam being a 4-hour show.
I think we have a great champion.
You know it's sad when you got two of WWE's greats in the ring doing battle at the biggest party of the summer, and all the fans care about is Mike Keogh.
Really? I didn't really remember
Randy
that
Orton
actually
does an amazing exploder
happened.
suplex to the outside of the ring. I'm only sinning it because he never does it again, which is sad because it's a nice move and very effective too.
Yeah, I really like that maneuver
Referee
from
starts
him.
giving Sheamus the 5 count before he even had a chance to begin his 10 beats. Because of that, the referee stops counting to give him more time. Should probably warn him about the count before you start counting.
I don't think he likes people.
I don't think Sheamus likes people either. But then when he turns babyface, we can safely say Sheamus loves everyone. That's how things work around here.
Obviously. Ooh.
Not the best RKO out of nowhere this year, as WrestleMania 31 just happened recently, but that was still an amazing RKO nonetheless. Whenever Randy Orton attempts the punt kick when he's a jolly good guy, you just know he won't connect it. He's not cruel enough to just go for it.
4 hours SummerSlam.
Don't promote it too much, we might end up extending SummerSlam to 5 hours.
Luckily, it never happened.
No thanks. Skip!
Hold up.
Hold up indeed. This show was 4 hours, so we must extend the runtime as much as possible, even though we got 10 matches scheduled on the card. Time to slow down some more. No one cares what's trending. Kalisto made sure to jump on the trampoline first so that Sin Cara could watch and learn how to do that without botching.
Now, they beat.
And then Darren Young got so fired up at competing at SummerSlam that he accidentally bumped heads with Titus O'Neil, knocking them both out of the match.
So here we go, Ted. In this matchup, look at that.
Even though what I'm about to talk about is a genius strategy, this is part of why the logic of a fatal 4-way tag team match is flawed. Not only are 2 wrestlers allowed in the ring at one
seriously,
time,
why
instead of
aren't
one member
4
of each team
wrestlers
like it should always be,
of
but
each
for some
team
stupid
competing
reason,
in the
you're
ring
allowed
at
to
the
tag
same
yourself
time?
in
I
when a
miss
teammate is already
like
the legal wrestler. But I will
thinking
remove
about
3
Survivor
sins because the New
Series
Day at least tried to win the titles by
2019.
having
It's
Big E
rare
and
that
Kofi
we
Kingston.
are never
Don't ask
going
for
to
much,
have that
but
type
can
of
we see
match
this
ever
genius
again.
strategy work out at least one time if it's a thing in these tag matches?
It's a genius. And here's Kofi Kingston and Sin Cara.
Kalisto spent so much time teaching Sin Cara how to perfect the trampoline jump into the ring and forgot to teach him how to actually wrestle without botching.
Here's Kofi.
I am still
Kalisto
mostly
seriously
disappointed
just asked Kofi
that
Kingston what he
Sin
was
Cara
doing.
had
In a
botched
match
a
where anyone
lot.
can tag anyone, including their own partner being allowed to be the other legal wrestler, and Kalisto thought Kofi would let him compete while New Day stays on the apron the entire time?
Rolls out of harm's way.
Ooh.
Holy shit, that just might be the most brutal thing that happened all night long. I felt my own ribs crack when I watched Darren get flattened on the apron by Big E.
Out of there some way.
If Fernando, or is that Diego, I don't know, didn't want to be tagged out, maybe don't place Darren Young in the corner of an opposing team.
Cover. Look at the left.
Titus O'Neil sees his partner about to get pinned, so he calmly prepares to enter the ring. Take your time. It's not like our tag team titles are on the line or anything.
Caught by Darren.
Darren Young is addicted to Kofi's Kingston's, but I'm actually going to remove a sin because of the funny way Kofi sold that. New Day hasn't even had their near 500-day title reign begin yet, and it's already looking fun.
Oh, botched.
Who let Sin Cara back in the ring? The absolute funny way Kofi Kingston celebrates winning the tag team titles. That, or he's trying to fly out of the arena and can't get the engine started. Rob Van Dam must have been following The Undertaker. Even if this didn't last
Oh my
long,
God.
seeing Lana hanging out with anyone who's not Rusev just feels wrong, you know?
Yeah, it does
I guess
feel
Russia decided
wrong.
to kick Rusev out of their premises the moment
Especially
he failed to beat
what
John Cena at
happens
WrestleMania.
when it comes to Rusev's
Jesus, is Summer Rae clapping
feud
into
with
a
Bobby
microphone to make sure the
Lashley in
entire world can hear her
2019.
support for Rusev? Please don't pair her with a screaming Melina, should she ever make a cameo.
That undefeated streak that could be credited a lot to Lana.
How? Lana didn't really do anything throughout the times Rusev was constantly crushing his opponents. Plus, she was still with Rusev once he lost to John Cena, so do you credit the losses to her as well?
You got to be a tough big guy to win championship.
Thinking that only the biggest wrestlers are allowed to win championships in pro wrestling. Sorry, but this is not the 80s era anymore.
Leg here and a kick out.
Rusev is mad that a simple slam to the mat wasn't enough to defeat Dolph Ziggler. He hasn't even tried the Machka kick or the Accolade yet.
Ooh, that is
Damn,
awesome.
that was amazing. Make sure to never do that again in your career
Yeah.
because it will help you win matches. And since you are no longer undefeated, we cannot allow you to look like your dominant self anymore for whatever reason.
Thinking of the rope's going to force a break by the official.
Rusev grabbed the rope, which would force Dolph Ziggler to release the sleeper hold, then stupidly decides to let go of the rope and walk to the middle of the ring, far away from safety. If he loses now, he deserves it.
It's Summer with a slap.
Rusev released the Accolade not because Dolph was countering, but because Lana slapped Summer Rae. I get that we have a weird thing going on here, but come on, the match was getting good.
Ball back in the ring and he won't beat the
Double count
And then
out.
things get worse when the match ends in a double countout. What the actual fuck? I don't want to see this love feud continue. WWE brings in Stephen Amell to compete at SummerSlam.
Honestly,
because
this is
King
one of the best
Stardust and
celebrity
Neville would've
matches,
had
in my
nothing else to do,
opinion,
and
since
everyone
that
needs
he
to
can
be on the
actually
show to fit the
wrestle.
4-hour mark. Don't get me wrong, Stephen does well, but a majority of the matches are definitely fillers. Comic
I really
graphics-
didn't have any of the
Battle in
filler
Brooklyn?
material
Get that
in
we're
these
trying to make
matches
comic
in this
references
pay-per-view,
here,
to be
but Compared to
honest.
some of the other battles we have set for tonight, this one is near the bottom of the list for that hashtag. I don't want to fight you. I want to fight your partner waiting on the apron cliche. Heard that one so many times. Quick, smear the face paint off me so I can be Cody Rhodes again. Damn it, the referee turned around. How much longer does my contract last again?
and he paid.
Someone forgot to tell Stephen Amell that getting kicked in the stomach means you bend over in pain, not turn around and fall the other way. I truthfully preferred that, despite the hype about Stephen Amell, WWE had Neville be the one to win the match and continue to showcase his talent. Shame it doesn't do much for his future, but still a good SummerSlam moment.
Yeah, but really good SummerSlam moment.
Jerry Lawler is somehow still wowed at the sight of the Big Show, despite him being here for the better part of 15 years. Not to mention a lot more slim compared to the past.
Thinking about
Who
the
gives a
same
shit
reactions
about
over and
Hulu?
over again, it's Hulu again.
Ryback's
It's
non-pyro
difficult
pyro. Classic
to
line.
take the commentary again.
I never understood what the point of the Big Show waiting to hit chokeslams were. Yeah, I got you in the chokeslam position. What are you gonna do about it? Ouch, they're countering. I should have seen that coming after all these years. I would admire the athleticism, but all this did was injure Big Show's back even more due to both his size and his age, thus making that move a stupid thing to do. Come on, Michael, you can't refer to this as stealing the championship because The Miz is putting in smart strategies by allowing Ryback and the Big Show to tear each other apart. It's not stealing, it's smart. Ryback mimicking a yawn perfectly represents what I thought about this boring match. I thought Jon Stewart promised this to be 10 of the best matches we've ever seen in WWE.
You know who wasn't happy about that?
I mean,
WWE's
I'm not gonna lie, the
Royal
triple
Rumble lately.
threat
Couldn't it
match
have set
just
the
feels
Wyatt family? Because even if
what it
Eric
is.
Rowan is missing in action, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper are still the Wyatt family. I miss these two guys. I suppose
R.I.P.
this tag
these
team
two.
match is sanctioned as the not Wyatt family against the not Shield due to the fact that certain members are missing.
Definitely.
Early on, this match is already exciting. Anytime you pit members of these legendary factions against each other, they make magic. I'll still remove a sin, even if this match
People
had to be
still
cut
wish
short
that
due to
this
WWE
should have
rushing through the other
happened at
matches.
WrestleMania 30, and I'm not complaining.
Roman Reigns tags himself in, hears the chorus of boos from the audience, then quickly tags Dean Ambrose back in. Shall we consider that a smart strategy or sadness due to the Big Dog project not working out? There are also unopened bottles of Mountain Dew flying everywhere. This wouldn't have happened if y'all just drank the dew. That one moment when Luke Harper is locking in a more brutal crossface than Daniel Bryan. But because his name isn't Daniel Bryan, nor did he adopt that move as a finisher, the power of the move has been diminished. Yeah. If Roman is sleeping, then I guess we are even. Y'all been sleeping on Roman Reigns when he competes naturally, so he's just returning the favor. Rows of tweets. The Batista bomb probably didn't put away Roman Reigns because Luke Harper's name is not Dave Batista. Seth Rollins has had an amazing WWE Championship reign this year, and John Cena has been shining brightly with his United States Open
This is
challenges.
really a good
So what better way to
unification
bring forth
match,
the best two
which
title reigns of the year than
says
by
a lot
having a
when it comes to the other
winner-take-all
unification
match. For once,
matches
there was a
that
winner-take-all match that
people
wasn't some stupid
didn't
unification
enjoy
thing,
it.
and it made sense in
As
the
in
story.
the
Although
Brock
I don't
Lesnar
get why
versus
we are
Roman
putting
Reigns
this
match
highly
at WrestleMania
anticipated match at
38.
the halfway point of the show with two other filler matches in between before Brock Lesnar fights The Undertaker. That's literally telling those other two matches, you don't matter, you're just a calm down extra. Drink it, damn it! I know that Seth Rollins recently broke John
I haven't
Cena's nose,
liked
but I wouldn't be
Mountain
covering
Dew
it
back
before the
then, but
first
now I
knockout
do.
happens. You're giving Seth ideas on how to take you down.
And now mocking Cena.
Copyright infringement. Yeah, I remember that scene from
Michael Cole
the
makes
last,
it sound like winning a
from
world title
the
16 times is more
original.
impressive than holding a world title for a very long time. If you're a 16-time champion, you're also a 16-time loser. Besides, a majority of John's title reigns were a couple months or less.
Honestly, I don't have an issue with that.
The way Seth Rollins countered John Cena's final slam leading to the 5-knuckle shuffle and the sound of the fired-up audience is when you know you're in for a wild ride. Only a couple minutes into the match and it's already looking good.
Cena's not ready to relinquish it yet.
Well, no shit, he's not ready to relinquish it. Why would any champion want to relinquish or lose a title even if they have no choice but to give it up due to injury? You expecting John to say, alright Seth, I'm done with my US title, you can have it.
That will never happen.
Automatic 5-sin penalty for the you can't wrestle chance to John Cena.
Even when he's in his United States Championship phase, this is really ridiculous.
Those who say you can't wrestle would whine in pain from a single bump. Seth Rollins is arguing with the referee because a double stomp to John Cena's chest and put him away, something that never gave Seth a victory whatsoever. Did you watch Finn Balor do that down in NXT and figure it would work for him too?
Of course.
John Cena proving that monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness by lying in wait for Seth Rollins to mess up again. They never learn. Such a pity. The funny way John Cena saw Seth's belt on the ground and quickly tossed it out of the ring without releasing the pinfall. That was hilariously quick.
I didn't.
I know
really
this
think
is
that
Seth
was a
Rollins
positive.
attempting to perform his own attitude adjustment, but damn, I gotta take another sin off for the amazing strength he possessed to be able to lift up John Cena like that. It's amazing when John does it, but to see Seth do it is just as impressive.
Positioning himself.
Seth Rollins always attempts and fails to connect the Phoenix Splash cliche. Sad that it's a common thing for the next 10 years. You don't
Yeah.
often see John Cena utilize a figure 4 leg lock, but since this is his chance to win an historic 16th World Championship, it's fitting that he at least tries to win it like Ric Flair. It doesn't work, but good attempt. The referee gets knocked over at the crucial point of the match cliche. We were hitting all the classic lines. That one had to be there somewhere. Jon Stewart is an idiot. He already revealed his intentions to attack John Cena with a chair just by
Honestly, if
pointing
I
in his
actually
direction
remembered
as well as
this,
lunging. You see,
This would
over
have been
here
a lot
we
more
pretended to go after the bad
ridiculous
guy
and
before we surprised the
really
big guy with the
weak
attack.
to
10 cents for him
consider
ruining the moment.
any attentions from Jon Stewart.
Seth Rollins becomes a double champion because of Jon Stewart. It was a fun match, but ruined thanks to that idiot. This isn't good heel work, this is useless. Skip the damn pre-show panel. Nikki Bella is looking less and less like a champion every passing week. I only say that because the Divas
Good thing
Championship
the
has been in
women's
backseat of almost
revolution
everything throughout this
is
reign due to WWE
happening
wanting to remove
by
AJ
this
Lee as the
time,
longest
so I
reigning
didn't
Divas
really have an
champion.
issue with
If you're gonna have
Charlotte
someone be a
winning the
champion for a long
championship from
time,
her
at
in the
least
following
have them
month.
defend more often, and we hardly enter the part-time champion era too. Just gonna remove a sin as a shout out to Sasha Banks. She went through hell and back against Bayley last night at NXT TakeOver, losing the women's championship in the process. Yet she's still moving on to another
Sasha
match
Banks
the
is a
following
really
night.
different person
Definitely a
10 years
boss
ago
move.
than how she is now.
JBL says that this match will start with one individual from each team legal in the ring. Unfortunately, all of Team Bad are on the apron, once again doing that stupid rule.
Brooklyn is in New York City. What's the matter with you?
Arguing about whether or not Brooklyn is part of New York City instead of talking about the competitors in this match. I thought we were starting to take the women more seriously here.
It still takes time when it comes to the
Looking at
process.
Charlotte is because her last name is Flair. Naomi's frustration is due to everyone looking at Charlotte's heritage instead of her talent.
Just that. Tag.
What is the point of tagging yourself in just to immediately tag yourself out? Probably just to mess around with the audience as they cheered Sasha Banks entering the match only to boo when she tagged herself out. Still weird though.
Too far away.
Sasha Banks is a dick to Naomi by reaching out to tag her before saying, "Psych, I'm tagging in Tamina instead."
Tomatoes pin. That means Team Bad's eliminated.
Why does the entire team have to be eliminated when a single participant is pinned? To make things far more entertaining, Tamina should be the only one eliminated, putting Team Bad at a disadvantage. Maybe it was a bad idea to eliminate Sasha Banks because the crowd was energetic for her and then died for almost the rest of the match once Team Bad was eliminated.
Scott Hall in the back. He'll be smiling with.
Paige tried to get Nikki Bella back in the center of the ring to pin her by pushing her out of the ring.
Paige. Let her steal one.
Commentator stupidly refers to a roll-up as stealing the victory cliche.
Paige tries.
I've seen so many of these tag matches to know exactly where we are. Wrestler breaks up a finisher, then a member of each team gets a turn and attack on their opponents until it comes down to the two that were already in the ring, then the finish happens. It's nice to look at, but it's done in practically every tag team match by now.
Okay, he's gonna
Don't
send this.
Lie to me.
He's going to send this entire match. In the last, in the original, he didn't.
Literally 24 hours ago, he was in a brutal ladder match against demonic Finn
Yeah,
Balor for the NXT
an interesting
Championship
detail
at
to
TakeOver.
remember
Yet
that
he's still coming out
Kevin
to fight Cesaro despite the
competed
pain. That is dedication.
not almost in about 24
That was a
hours
funny and
after his
awesome
match
Kevin
against
Owens
Finn
taunting
Balor
Michael
in the
Cole.
ladder
Michael
match.
trying to warn Kevin about Cesaro, who performs an amazing corkscrew cross body out of the ring. You're the man because you stand around and underestimate your opponents instead of continuing the onslaught? That might explain a lot regarding your encounters with Finn Balor recently. Oops, did I say that too loud?
Yep, you did.
Kevin Owens yells at Cesaro to stay down and expects that to work. You know it's bad when you got Kevin Owens and Cesaro putting on a pretty good match and all the fans care about is Zack Ryder. Sorry guys, but
Really?
Zack's major fame ended a few years ago. Reviving it at this point won't really do much.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Kevin Owens. Owens got.
I give credit where credit is due. Both wrestlers did their best to make this tornado DDT look cool, and I'd say it passed. This match has been one of the best of the night.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record. I actually knew that you were going to do that right after that,
WWE
just
not
at
even
some
trying to hide the
point.
infamous match at WrestleMania 30 being a pathetic one due to it being poorly executed. In
Due
addition
to
the disgraceful
Undertaker's
decision to end the
body
streak.
health.
Wasn't it bad enough that Brock Lesnar's pyrotechnics were botched at WrestleMania 31 earlier this year? Now they decided not to have any pyro explode for him at all.
Especially with him being Mr.
Well,
SummerSlam.
considering Brock Lesnar not only ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, but is also undefeated against The Undertaker entirely, I'd say he's used to this entrance by now.
And here's Lesnar.
Pre-match assault.
And the finish.
Something about seeing The Undertaker fighting with his coat still on just feels intense and scary. Nice way to kick things off here.
I guess that does make him intimidating.
I actually like that we're getting a repeat of some of the moves done in the WrestleMania match because now The Undertaker has a counter for practically all of them. Shows how much he was ready for Brock Lesnar this time around. Doing the belly-to-belly suplex throws on The Undertaker is legitimately a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's
definitely a
part of what
bad
caused this
idea.
concussion the last time these two wrestled against each other. I actually got terrified at the way Undertaker landed.
Beast tonight. Lesnar turns it into a German.
Brock Lesnar countering a chokeslam into another German suplex was done very well. Sometimes I still get amazed at the quickness of Brock because he does surprise me. It was cool the first time you said it at WrestleMania, but you've said it 3 times in this one match now. That noise. The French commentators likely thought they were safe from harm due to their table not being the Spanish one. Unfortunately, you're mostly safe from harm if you're American. Anyone else, the chances of getting your table annihilated rose higher. This is my apology for absolutely botching the Tombstone Pile Driver back at WrestleMania 30. I don't even remember a thing of that match, so can you blame me for fucking up that move?
Oh boy. Yep.
Here's one question I got. Obviously, the referee didn't see The Undertaker tap out because he was on the other
Honestly,
side of it,
you
but
removed
how the hell
less
did the
sense than
timekeeper
before,
see the
if I
submission?
remember, but
Not only is he
still.
on the same side of The Undertaker as the referee,
Or
but he's
more, I
much
don't know.
further away from the action. This would only make sense if Undertaker was facing where Paul Heyman was, because then it'd be in full view. Also, building up this revenge match just to have controversy so that this feud can continue.
At least we got a good Hell in a Cell match
Undertaker's
out of
addicted
it.
to Brock Lesnar knows he's screwed with nowhere to go, so the only thing he can do now before passing out is show The Undertaker what he truly thinks of him. That was a hell of an act of defiance from the Beast Incarnate.
Okay, that was everything wrong with SummerSlam 2015. Truth be told, regards of this video being a more of a love letter to his fans, I really feel like that he really wanted to see this show a lot more differently than how he looked at it back then. And with this being the first time I've reacted to him rescinding an event, honestly, if you rescind another old event that catch my interest, I might consider on doing a reaction out of it. And with SummerSlam 2015 already 10 years old, a lot really changed to the point that while John Cena is ending his wrestling career by the end of this year, among other things going on, back then, this really felt magical, and just witnessing him sending the event for the first time, this rescind really showcases that he has changed a lot, which is no surprise that people don't stay the same forever. So, this video was entertaining, and when it comes to him sending the latest events, I haven't watched those events. Mainly the fact that I'm really burned out when it comes to watching latest wrestling events. So, there's a possibility that I might not react to those same videos. Truth be told, I really want to at least be limited when it comes to reacting to these types of videos, judging of how my excitement of reacting to his sim videos just isn't the same as it was back then. Let's just say that it's better off if I reacted Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania 41 than none at all. But again, it depends on how I feel when it comes to possibly reacting to his sim videos off of the latest events, because he has a lot to cover since he stopped at WrestleMania 41. I'm Lonely Fanboy 48 here, and I'll see you guys next time.